Morning guys, as you can probably tell, I am full of cold, but I'm hopefully coming to the end of it. I'll be honest, it hasn't been my week. My granny recently passed away and I was at my worst for her funeral, which was just a real shame, but I'm getting better now. So I plan today to tackle this living room. I really want to get back into this living room. If you can tell, I'm in the front living room in our house. And I love this room, but we haven't, to be really honest, we barely use it. It has the dining table, which you guys are sat on right now. And we have done a bit of a, rejigging in the house. I'll show you what the room currently looks like. Can we even get into the room? Barely. Barely. We have got bed frame here, mattress here, headboard down here with our sofa. The dining table, I'm literally tripping over things, still is semi-laid out from autumn. We did have a few meals in here before this room turned into this, so that was quite nice. New in Christmas stuff. And then, this did actually make me a little bit sad. We are getting rid of this Christmas tree. Last year I was really lucky to work with Balsam Hill, and this year they have sent me a few more things, and so we have a lot of Christmas stuff. And we didn't need 2 huge faux Christmas trees. So our original one I have actually sold on Facebook Marketplace. I had so many messages. It was that kind of thing that I was like, oh no, I don't know if I want to sell it anymore. I put it on a good price because I do feel like we're very lucky that we get to receive things, and in a way, I feel like it's nice to be able to give somebody something at a good price because of that. But yeah, I now am feeling a bit like, do I want to let it go? But it is going this evening. Hopefully it's going to a good home. And the bed is also going this evening at 6:30. This is the tree that we bought from We Are Christmas. So it was in here the first or second year that we lived here. And then last year when we put the balsam tree in here, it moved into the dining room, but it's just too big for the dining room. We could barely move around it. So sadly, no space for it now. And yeah, so that'll be gone. That'll be gone. The mattress, Ollie is hiring a van, so that should be gone. Once I empty all of these boxes, I can get rid of these. And then I plan on hopefully doing a little bit of a makeover, a little bit of a zhuzh in here. We need to get a little bit more life. These are a few other things that we're getting rid of. I'll show you where all of this has come from. Honestly, I kind of hate this end of the house, but this is our blue bathroom, if you remember. And then this was our spare room. We used to call it the green room because it has some green panelling, but we decided to get rid of the bed, remove it, well, we've sold it, it's going downstairs, and turn this into a proper storeroom so that we can actually walk in here and use it. Honestly, we still need to get our attic boarded out, but some of this stuff is just general storage. For example, we've got our mattress for our room when we finish it, so this is one we've had for years. That'll be going in the front room with our ensuite when we're done. We've just had it stored in here. Originally it was just on the bed, taking up loads of space. But most of this stuff should be going into an attic. An attic that we've been talking about restoring, sorry, squeaky floors, for a long time. But as we've lived in the house and grown in the house, we have appreciated how much stuff we have. And if you didn't know, in Victorian properties like this, the attics can't take much weight. You may be able to put like a suitcase up there or something like that, but they can't take boxes like this. It needs to be supported. And basically we're at the point where Ollie's almost at the point where we are thinking about strengthening it, almost as much as if you were having an extension up there, so a full room up there. End of that story. To roll that up, we basically need a structural engineer, and it just hasn't been a priority. Trade structural engineers, architects are so busy at the moment that we just want to focus on our bedroom, focus on one project at a time. That is our bedroom, ensuite, dressing room, and little box room next to it. So this has to stay here for a little while. But it's better. I can move. I have space in here now. I can come in and collect things, and we have floor, which we didn't have before. Oh, for shame. 2023 is coming. Oh my gosh. I squished myself in. Oh gosh. This is making me far too happy on this dark, miserable day. I just love something about the twinkly lights of the Christmas tree. I mean, who doesn't? These, I do actually plan long term to put in our bedroom. So that is the long term plan for them. Ignore how they look right now. I'm just testing the lights work okay, and I've got all of the pieces. I've not fluffed them. They're not looking beautiful. They're not looking their true selves right now. But I did need to get them out for a number of reasons. I'm planning on putting them in a lovely big basket. I wanted to just I know I can look online, but I feel like seeing the scale of something, being able to see what kind of size basket you want will help. So kind of know for that one. This one is so sweet. I'll just need a little basket and this one a bigger one, but you'll be seeing all of this sometime soon with Christmas decorating. Now they won't be going into our bedroom this year because it is still brick. We're still not there. By Christmas it might be, and I might move them up, but for decorating I plan on putting these in our current bedroom or back snug for now, and then we'll obviously have them next year for the fully decorated room. Kind of don't want to take them down now, but I'm going to measure for the baskets and then I'm going to put them away in their bags, and then I can take them up to the spare room on top of our main Christmas tree until just a few weeks. It seems a bit strange. Part of me is like, do I just keep them out? But I'd rather have the house not like this. Not like this. It needs to be clean and tidy first. Cold is definitely slowing me down a little bit. I am going to chuck some good ingredients into the slow cooker for a minestrone soup this week. I don't have the right pasta though, so I don't know whether I think I'll just have to put big bits of pasta in it. Might be a bit weird, but who cares? May look a bit strange, but it smells good. I'm probably not going to be able to have that for lunch today though, because I think I might be a bit late for it, but we'll see how it goes. Sorry I abandoned you yesterday. The cold is kicking my ass, but the bed, the mattress, the Christmas tree has gone. I am reclaiming the room. Finally, I have cranked this radiator up today. It is ridiculously mahoosive. We put this one in a few years after, was it about a year after moving in, because it was quite cold in here, and we only had, this is one of the original radiators, these here. This one's actually painted in the same colour of the wall. To be honest, this one's warm, but that one kicks out all of the heat. I was looking a little bit sad in here, isn't it? By the way, lots of random stuff around. These are, we get given, I don't know why, we get given so much alcohol because honestly, we never drink alcohol. I basically never drink alcohol, and Ollie doesn't often either, apart from, you know, Christmas and special occasions. This is a hob that we got from, electric hob that we got from IKEA when we moved in, and we don't want to get rid of it because when we extend this with the air fryer will be our life. But it was in the kitchen and I want to go and put it up in the green room. And then I'm going to put some of this stuff on Facebook Marketplace or take it to the charity shop. Probably should wait for Ollie to help me take this out, but I'm just gonna drag it out of the room and leave it in the hallway. I don't know what it is, but I'm wanting to sell everything that we've got in our house right now. I think it's because, semi-excitingly, we did have just a discussion between Ollie and I about the extension the other day. And now I keep thinking about it and I keep thinking, oh, there's no point in doing that, we'll just wait for the extension. And there are a lot of items that we bought to the house that we've just wanted to either get by or we've bought secondhand, and number one, we don't really use a lot or we won't need at that point. So I've been semi-active on Facebook Marketplace this afternoon. Dining table is out there with all of our plasterboard, and actually annoyingly our internet point is like down behind here and we still have quite a lot of plasterboard here, so I'm not sure we're going to be getting any internet. The room is looking, maybe sounding quite bare. What I've just put on Facebook Marketplace is these two chairs. I actually bought these off of Facebook Marketplace, pretty cheap to be honest, so I put them on for half the price that I got them. And what am I going to do with these chairs? I think what I'm going to do first is bring the sofa back into the room a little bit. I need to swap over the rugs because this is one for the dining table rather than the plush, lovely, cozy one. And then I'm thinking that I may bring down the love seat from the kind of like office dressing room, because I do use it, but not as much as I think we will use it down here for Christmas. I'd always thought that we'd put it here one day and have two armchairs, kind of like maybe this side, the other side of the room. So at Christmas, when the Christmas tree is there, you can still have easily kind of like two smaller armchairs either side, and then we'd have to pull over the love seat. But for this Christmas, we've definitely got enough space over in this area. So I'm thinking maybe of going ahead with that. I've always loved this room, but it's more so because of the features that it has, like the bay window and the high ceilings, because everything that we've bought into the room doesn't really go in the room. It wasn't bought for the room. This sofa we had in London, the side table we did too. To be honest, everything, the drinks caddy, we also had. So this room's never felt put together. It really needs like a new sofa suite, but we obviously don't want to do that until we extend, because when we do come to extending and we kind of tear this all apart, we're happy to just get rid of this sofa and we won't have to be paying for too much storage. So really it's always been a little bit make do and temporary, and I think I'm getting the itch to do the downstairs right now. Mostly because Ollie put the idea in my head about extending. We'll talk about that more, I think, soon. We're obviously getting on with the bedroom project as much as we can, and that is main priority for like finishing off most of that before Christmas. So I'm going to have to make sure that this furniture in here can look as nice as it can for now. I always think about moving that little unit over this side, but this radiator is kind of ugly at the same time. And it's just not worth putting too much effort into it right now. But I find that really hard, and that's the one thing with a slow renovation. Some of you may have felt it. You just want to have something looking how you imagine it in your head, but you gotta wait. Gotta be patient, and I've got to wait. Ollie's here to lend a helping hand. He has just brought in the rug, which was curled up in the other room. That's gonna take a little bit of time to settle. And he's now getting rid of the stairs. The chairs up the stairs to our storage room. Unfortunately, we're going to be filling that one up a little bit again, but what am I going to do? I've got nowhere else to put them right now. We are bursting out the seams of this house, which seems ridiculous because it's plenty big enough for us. But with renovate, I suppose we could make my office a bit of a mess, couldn't we, upstairs? We don't really use that room.
No, not that much. But it seems a shame to take stuff up there that doesn't kind of
live there.
Make sense.
I know. Anyway, chairs are going.
We could put this in the garden now, couldn't we? Where it's supposed to go.
No, because we might want it to dining table at some point. Is this looking more like a living room yet? This is a bit of a disaster still, but some normality.
Looking good.
The rest of the house though, the rest of the house is questionable. It is lapping it down with rain outside. It sounds disgusting. But we are heading out. Sadly, not to go in and see Gran and Gramps because we are...
Sniffly.
Well, I'm definitely ill and you're coming down with it.
Yeah.
To collect something pretty special though. We're hoping that it's going to work in this space.
Yeah, not sure on the colouring, but hopefully.
I think the colouring will be perfect.
Okay.
It's got like a lovely sage green in it.
Yeah.
It's got like some... And I'd like to get some shades that are like a sage green.
Oh, like some pooky ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll help tie it really nicely. So we're going to go get a tapestry which three generations of my family have been making. My mum started it, then my gran did a bunch of it, and my sister did some of it as well.
So it's really sentimental.
Yeah, it's been over at Gran's for ages.
It's not had a place on a wall.
No, it's never had. So when my mum started it, we lived in a sort of like 500-year-old farmhouse, so it was a very correct time for the property. But it never got on the wall because it wasn't finished. And then no one's really got a house old enough. It's a bit too old for our house.
It's quite big as well.
It's quite big.
It's big.
But I think it should, hopefully it'll fit in, but really it should be in like a much older property. But
I think it's a sentiment as well though, isn't
Yeah,
it?
definitely.
It's not just a piece. So I'm hoping either here, because this piece is too small for this wall anyway, or here, but until we get it, we see what it's like, and we get the little love seat down. I'm not sure which wall. Let me show you. Maybe we can do Ollie for size. How tall are you?
I can't remember
6
how
foot?
big it is. In my mind, because I remember it as a little kid, I think it is absolutely huge, like the size of the wall. But I don't think it is. I think it is only sort of like that wide. But it is quite big.
Yeah, it could kind of be perfect there. Or, equally, this is a pretty big space here too. And do you think it'll be okay under the radiator though? I suppose as long as it's not too, not touching it.
Should be fine. I don't think heat's too bad for it. I think you just shouldn't have it in like really harsh sunlight all the time.
Yeah. So anyway, well, hopefully you'll see it in a second. Either here or here. What's that smile for?
I'm just trying to remember stuff about it. It's just, I think as a kid I was always just interested in the little animals on it.
Yeah.
Because when you do it in little sections at a time with different colours. I think I'd always like hurry my mum up and saying like, I'll finish this bit. She's like, no, I'm doing this colour. I need to do this. And I was like, the sheep is half done. Why can't you finish the sheep?
The most interesting part, I'm sure.
As a child, yeah.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Look how orange the sky is over there. How creepy is tonight? I'm waiting in the car because I don't want to get Gran and Gramps ill. So I'm actually slightly scared. It's a creepy night. That is you. Which one's me? Am I under the tree or am I with the sheep?
See, it was one of these when Mum was doing it. She was like doing like the browns
Oh,
or the
yeah.
whites, and she wasn't finishing it off because she had to do all the rest of the same colour. And she's like, why can't you just finish the sheep? Where's the bit that I did? Here you go.
Oh, tucked round the back. I think I originally thought there.
Yeah, I think there as well.
I don't know then.
I think it could be quite nice there because then when you come in, you'll kind of see it reflected in the mirror.
Oh yeah, that could be nice. You see all the colours. Oh weird, the colours are actually coming out. The blue looks so blue on camera.
Oh, yeah, it does.
We think it's definitely going here though. I think that'll look amazing once it's up. Further away from the radiator obviously, with the kind of like cozy cushions. It brings so much more warmth and depth. Well, this is exciting. Bright and early this morning, Ollie's dad came to help carry down the love seat. It really was bright and early, before 8 AM. So they put it over that side at the moment. You can see it would fit perfectly there, obviously if it was centred for the future. But Christmas tree takes priority right now. We also brought down this one. Yes, the dressing room is going to be a little bit empty. But honestly, we always imagined it down here. We like sized it. We got that sofa particularly because we thought it would go amazing in that bay window. And one day we'll replace this sofa so they won't both be the same beigey colour. I imagine the bigger one will have in a different colour, maybe a bit more of a practical colour. Also, excuse what I'm wearing. These Uggs are about, well, I got them in New York for my 21st birthday, so they're nearly 10 years old. And I know they're coming back into fashion, but not these ones with the, they've got like a little button here, but they keep me so warm. If you're worried about the cold this year and you live in a cold house, can't recommend more having a proper boot as a slipper. Just having your whole foot encased really keeps you a lot warmer. So even though they're a bit of an investment, I've had mine on every single day and I don't think I can go back to slippers now. I'm stuck. I think I'm gonna phone a friend. I'm gonna phone my mum. I can't decide if this one should go here. I'm also bringing in these prints in here, or if it should go back over here, because this sofa could probably move forward a bit more and you could actually access it at the back, but it might make this bit a bit busy, especially with the radiator. What I quite like about this one being here is it hides the horrible old ugly radiator, but obviously you can't access it and I think it may seem a bit strange. Now I could move this one forward even more, but it's gonna get like, I don't know if that would make sense with this sofa if this one's that much more forward. In fact, I think that'll just look silly. So, let's phone a friend. I need your advice. This room, I'm in the living room, and we've brought down this one for Christmas.
Oh, lovely.
But it's obviously very close to that one. Does it look a bit weird? And obviously I can't access it. Do I put that one over here instead and push this one forward a bit more? Or do I leave it there? I mean, I don't think it's really perfect for either space.
I think space-wise, I would have put the console behind the other sofa.
This one?
Because I think that sofa can take the side console better.
Yeah, maybe I'll put it over there and see what it looks like. Okay, it's not perfect, but I think I'm about ready to call it a day. It definitely feels a lot cozier in here, having another seating area, which I love. And then this bit here is just so much better for the room, I think. The cushions aren't perfect, but I'm making do with everything that I have. The only one thing that I want to buy that we've mentioned a few times, I've been wanting to change these shades. I'm slowly getting rid of the grey in the house, and Pookie does this colour shade a bit bigger, and I think it'll be perfect to go in here with this one, but also just to fit with the room. I think it's really forgiving colour, so can you imagine a lot bigger and put those on there. I also took down the print here. I thought it was just too much, it was quite heavy, and I've popped it over here on this wall. It's quite nice because it's got like some of the warming colours in the room that fit with the fireplace. The grey is making a bit of an exit. Now needs a pretty mega deep clean. Hopefully over the next few weeks I can pop up just some final finishing touches, but I'm trying to leave it quite empty before it gets cleaned and Christmas comes in. It's really nice to have this room back, and actually it's so lovely to sit here looking out on the beautiful tree, which to be honest won't be beautiful soon because the leaves will be gone. hopefully next week I won't be feeling so poorly, and I really hope this cold is gone by then. I've already had it about a week and a half, I think, so it's lingering. I'm sorry if it's been really annoying to listen to, but yeah, next week I should be better. I will see you guys then. Bye guys.